YouTube, chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, chicks.
Listen, Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BREAD Fox reporting from the Chigs universe. So today we're gonna talk about this Carti album, but more specifically about Kanye saying he don't want to hear no Kendrick, which is really crazy. But you know, there's a lot of stuff that happened with the Carti album, so we're gonna go over a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? So first thing we're gonna talk about is how Kanye, it seems like he has absolutely hit a 180 when it comes to his opinion on Kendrick Lamar. Literally at the beginning of the entire Kendrick and Drake beef, Kanye actually hopped on the Like That remix, and the first thing he said was, "Yo, Dot, I got you." And to go from "Yo, Dot, I got you" to "I'm not trying to hear no Kendrick on Carti's album" is actually a crazy 180-degree turn. Kendrick has always been one of Ye's actual favorite rappers, right? So I remember back in 2015, he even tweeted out one time saying, "Back in the studio, started my day off with Kendrick," which was a big acknowledgement back then, because you know Kanye has the biggest ego in the whole world. Pause. So it's just weird to see him switch up like this, right? So a lot of people are speculating as to why. And it's not like that was just a one-time thing where he was complimenting Kendrick, right? There's a bunch of times where he complimented Kendrick on his artistry, his craft, and how he's so much original versus everybody else that's around right now. There's even a bunch of unreleased music between Kendrick and Kanye, which was confirmed.
Yo, what happens to, first of all, I remember specifically there being talk that Kendrick and Kanye have like an album's worth of unreleased songs together.
Right, that Mad Lib beats.
Have you heard these songs?
Yeah, it was over Mad Lib beats.
How? So there's like an album's worth of Kendrick Kanye songs over Mad Lib production.
Yeah.
What happens to this music and what's it sound like?
So in total, they probably have like a whole album's worth of content over Mad Lib beats. The whole world needs to hear that, and it's actually a crime that it never came out. But that just goes to show how great of a relationship Kendrick and Kanye had in the past. So we're not really understanding why all of that has shifted. A lot of people are just saying that, like, you know, this is just Kanye's way of trying to stay relevant and clout chasing. As we all know, Kanye is a true artist in its form, right? So he does whatever he can to have some type of shock value and get the people riled up and get the people conversating, even if it means dissing Kendrick Lamar on the day that he drops a project, Playboi Carti, and he's pretty much the executive producer. A lot of people also speculated that Kanye just mad that he wasn't even on the Carti album. As we all know, Carti had probably one of the biggest songs on Kanye's album, so it's kind of crazy for Ye not to even be on Carti's album, and then to have Kendrick producing pretty much the whole thing. So a lot of people are speculating like that's the reason why as well. Not gonna lie to you, him saying straight up outright that he doesn't like Kendrick's music is kind of actually a crazy turn, especially when there's a bunch of receipts that show otherwise. But you know, that's just Ye. That's like the least crazy thing that happened with the Carti album, right? Seems like the theme for this album's rollout was straight up chaos. Carti's project has been one of the most controversial rollouts in recent history. Like, you have people arguing on all landscapes of media. You have streamers going at streamers, you have personalities going at personalities, you have rappers going at rappers. It's like this whole thing is a cluster. It's actually crazy, and it's actually pretty amazing. It's like this album was crazy from the start, right? Like literally the way that it was even released was crazy. So a lot of people were expecting this album weeks ago, months ago, and then everybody, the entire world, was expecting the album at 12 midnight on Friday. However, 12 midnight came and the album didn't come. Pause. It seemed like Carti was just baiting everybody like he usually does, and people weren't even sure about when the album was coming. It seemed like the entire streaming community was up for this album, and a lot of streamers were confused themselves.
It is 5 a.m. He is not dropping.
Yeah, but bro, he told Kai 1 second.
Oh, you don't see it? You don't know, Dante?
What?
He's part of it.
When the album did finally come out, nobody seemed to be that disappointed. It seemed like it really catered to all of his fans. The streamers who are big Carti fans also really enjoyed the album. And of course, like with any great project, there's going to be mixed reviews. However, some of the good reviews, Kai Cenat, for one, really enjoyed the album. You can hear him in this clip talking about how he feels as though the album is a 9 out of 10.
Probably like 5. I just say 5. But if I had to rate I Am Music, first listen, I will go with an 8.8. An 8.8, like very precise on that. But after relapping, it's truly a 9, bro.
And that's really, really a big compliment towards the album. I'm not gonna lie to you, in my opinion, I could kind of agree with that sentiment. I wouldn't give it a 9 out of 10. I would say it's about like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. It's a really, really good album overall. The features were very, very well placed. You could definitely feel Kendrick's touch on the album. It was a little bit more organized than a Carti album usually is. So I was really, really impressed by that. Coming from somebody who hasn't listened to Carti in a while, I was actually pretty taken aback, and I was pretty interested to see that I would actually be probably paying this album a couple of times. So that's definitely good from there. Like I said, with every great work of art, there's going to be mixed reviews. So some people were not feeling the album at all. One of those people was Sneeko.
So many of these songs sounds like intros. All of them are like, okay, here it's hype, the DJ's hyping it up, crazy beat, trumpets, and then there's no hook, there's no flow, there's no originality, and all the features are repetitive. Except for The Weeknd. It's a song filled with beats that sound like the intro to an album. It's like, this is dope, this is dope. He's probably in the studio for 5 years, like, this beat's crazy, this beat's crazy. He thought every song, no, albums need cohesion.
Yeah, you could tell he really didn't have any love for the album, saying that pretty much it sounded like a whole bunch of intros put together and it sounded very, very rushed in a sense, right? It's like a lot of different avenues were touched with this album's release. One of the biggest things is that, you know, Kendrick definitely dropped a feature on there. He actually gave it to Carti for free. So shout out to Kendrick for that, you know, helping out the young talent. That's amazing. The features were on point, went crazy. He had some really, really good bars on there. A couple of impactful bars, of course. He knows Kendrick. He had that one bar where he dissed ASAP Relly, which is crazy. He said, I'm on point like Relly. Fire bar. And of course, I guess Kendrick's been listening to the Joe Budden pod because he's probably the first person to drop that Luka Doncic trade bar, you know, that Joe personally requested.
He said that's like how that. We really know. I seen somebody tweet, yo, you know how I know rap fell off? We ain't heard one Luka Doncic trade bar. It's like, holy shit.
We ain't heard
it was you.
That don't happen no more.
We haven't heard no raps. Look, it was you, Fab, Game, Wale, with the sports bars and the current bars. Ain't nobody rapping.
Yeah.
All the analogy shit, frack. Damn it.
So I know Joe's gonna be happy about that. Then it was like some other controversies and stuff on the side. You know, academics always got to figure out his way to get into every single hip hop rollout, and he started crashing out on Yes Jules. Why? Because while he was going through the album, he was saying that Kendrick pretty much executive produced the album. One of Carti's main producers, Filthy, responded and said Kendrick was not an executive producer on the album. Am I supposed to know who this person is? Like, whatever. Who is this nigga? This nigga ain't nobody. Yes Jules jumped in and said, if you don't know who Filthy is and you call yourself a hip-hop journalist, then clearly you don't know how to do your job. And academics did not like that at all. So he went crazy on Yes Jules.
How dare you talk to me? You done sucked up half the industry talking about Big Act. I don't want to hear nothing from the whore today, bruh. Sit your whore ass up. Get some Listerine. Fucking cock sucking. When it's dick sucking time, we'll call you.
He did say something that was a key bar on there. After he put out that tweet, he did say that last tweet was sponsored by Kanye, which is crazy. All in all, it's sad to see that, you know, Ye's taking this stance against Kendrick. And, you know, like, from people who are real hip-hop fans, I know a lot of people were hoping that one day we would get music from them. But knowing how Kendrick is, he doesn't really tolerate disrespect too much. And even his team, or at least his former team and his camp, even started speaking out. You had tweets from Punch saying, like, what's going on with Kanye, in a sense, you know what I mean? So it looks like Kendrick and Kanye probably will never, ever work again. And we're probably never, ever going to get those records that they have over Madlib. But we want to know, how do y'all feel about the Carti album? We get a lot of mixed reviews, but drop your thoughts down in the comments. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, BREAD, Brett Fox, reporting from the Chicks Universe.